Good evening. Welcome to State Circle. I'm Jeff Salkin. The long battle over same-sex marriage could be nearing an end tonight, at least in the state legislature. The bill to legalize marriages between individuals of the same sex won a House of Delegates floor vote a short time ago by a margin of 71 to 67. The House had been the big hurdle after the state Senate approved the measure last year. Hours of debate today included amendments to accommodate an expected referendum effort. Lou Davis has this report on the intense debate this week.
Starting with a rally of supporters on Monday night, it was a week of feverish activity centered around the same-sex marriage bill.
This is a human rights issue. This is an issue that is overdue here in the state of Maryland that was founded on tolerance.
We can and we must find a way to protect religious freedom and individual rights equally in the state of Maryland, and we can do it with this bill.
This group had a sense of urgency following the anti-rally and then a marathon 10-hour public hearing last week. The bill, which would change Maryland law and allow same-sex marriages, was narrowly defeated in the House of Delegates last year. And at the beginning of the week, the consensus was that they were still several votes shy of passage.
We thank you for not giving up and believing that one day, very soon, we can win.
The bill, officially called the Marriage Equality Act, was referred jointly to two House committees, House Government Affairs and Judiciary. They held their voting session on Tuesday night.
The issue is to redefine the term marriage. It's not about benefits at all. It's not about access to hospitals, rides in ambulances, tax benefits. It's not about any of that.
There were amendments offered to delay the implementation until after a referendum could be held and to substitute a civil union alternative. They were voted down. Delegate Bonnie Cullison is one of 7 legislators who say they are gay.
Everyone sitting in this room knows at least 7 gay or lesbian people. And what you say to us when you vote no is that you are different.
Marriage has been between one man and one woman since the beginning of time. We as a state legislature should not overturn it. This is a very radical step. This is a very radical piece of legislation, and we should defeat it.
And to think that someone would come before this body and suggest that we should go back to those days because they're same-sex couples and they should be discriminated against and we're going to put that into law is ludicrous.
The vote in the combined committees was 28 to 15 to bring it to the floor with a favorable recommendation.
The final vote, 71 to 67. 71 was the minimum number they needed for passage, and that's a giant hurdle for this bill. But it's still got a long way to go. It still has to be passed by the Senate, and it will almost certainly be petitioned to referendum.